Hello and welcome. My name is Faye, and tonight you are here for your bedtime 30-minute full body stretch and breathe class. The intention for this class is to help you wind down from a busy day, let go of stress, anxiety, and worries so that you can have a nice, deep, relaxing rest. For today's class, if you'd like to have some props to support your practice, I would encourage you to grab a blanket or two. If you have a set of blocks, feel free to grab those, or you could always use a set of heavier books. And then if you like, you can also have a bolster or a thicker pillow. Of course, all of these props are optional and they're not required. This is a beginner-friendly, no prop-friendly class as well, so don't worry if you don't have these props. You can show up exactly as you are. So let's go ahead and get into it. If today you are going to be using props, I would encourage a blanket or pillow just underneath the hips. Just makes sitting up a little bit easier. And then go ahead and bring the bottoms of your feet together and your knees out to the side. You can always take blocks here underneath your knees for a little bit more support. Or if this posture does not feel good at all and you can't relax here for a little bit, find a loose cross of your legs. It's perfectly fine wherever you are. So allow yourself to fidget, wiggle, and feel your sit bones really root down into the earth. You may want to kind of just move from side to side. If you have maybe some extra flesh here, you may even want to just gently pull it up and make space for your sit bones to really root down into the earth. Inhale, shrug your shoulders all the way up to your ears. And then exhale, roll them down and away. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale, shrug your shoulders all the way up to your ears. And exhale, roll them down and away. Once more. Inhale, roll your shoulders up to your ears. And exhale, roll them down your back. Create lots of space between your shoulders and your ears. Let's take a breath in community. Go ahead and empty all the air from your lungs. And then take a nice slow, steady breath in through your nose. Fill all the way up. And open your mouth. Exhale, gush out all the air. Let it go. Excellent. Let's do that one more time together. Nice, full, deep breath in. And open your mouth. Exhale, gush out all the air. Let it go. Allow your eyes to soften down or fully close. Allow your breathing to return back to a pace that feels natural and relaxed for you. Relax and soften through the face, the jaw. Allow your shoulders to melt away from your ears. Allow your back body to feel soft. Allow your hips and sit bones to feel supported by the earth beneath you. Gently begin to check in with how you're feeling tonight. What words or phrases come to mind? And notice if there's any judgment there, if you're attaching a story or a reason why you may feel a particular way. See if you can just simply let that go and just note what you experience. Gently begin to scan your body from head to toe. Notice any areas that feel tense or tight. If you notice anything that feels tense or tight, or holding or gripping, see if you can invite in a little softness, a little ease. Think of your inhales as creating spaciousness, and your exhales as finding softness and ease. Stay here for a couple more rounds of breath. On your next inhale, gently begin to flutter your eyes open. Bring yourself back into your physical space. And we'll start with an inhale. Stretch your hands all the way up to the sky. Look up. Exhale, bring your hands to touch. Draw your hands through heart center. Nice and slow. Inhale, stretch back behind you, reach your arms to the sky and look up. And exhale, draw your hands through heart center. Excellent. Inhale, stretch your hands back behind you, reach up to the sky, look up. And then exhale, lower your right hand down to the earth and reach your left hand up and over to your right. Press your hips evenly into the earth. Inhale, reach back to center. Exhale, draw your left hand down, reach your right hand up and over, side bend. Inhale, reach both hands to the sky. Exhale, right hand down, left hand reaches up and over. See if you can keep your hips glued down to the earth. Perhaps you start to spiral your heart open towards the ceiling. Draw your right shoulder from your right ear. And then inhale, reach back through center. And exhale, left hand down, right hand reaches up and over. Press your right elbow back, open up through your chest. Draw your left shoulder from your ear. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, lower your right hand down, reach up and over, side bend. This time, stay in your side bend. Inhale, reach your left hand to the sky and start to float your palm towards the earth. And stop about shoulder height or a little bit lower than shoulder height. And then start to relax your right ear down towards your right shoulder. And you can start to rotate your chin in towards your chest and away from your chest to find a little stretch that feels good for your neck. You may even want to start to move your left hand back and forth or up and down to feel that stretch in the neck that feels good for you right here. Perhaps you just go back and forth between a couple places, or you explore. Notice what the stretch feels like in your body today. Take one more slow, steady breath in. And exhale completely. Inhale, sweep both hands to the sky. And then exhale, lower your left hand down. Right hand reaches up and over, side bend. Inhale, start to float your right hand towards the sky and then flip your palm so that it comes down to the earth. You can stop about shoulder height or a little bit lower than shoulder height. You should feel perhaps a little stretch in your hand right here. And then allow your left ear to relax down toward your left shoulder. And then it might feel nice to find just a little rock of your chin towards your chest and away, or towards your shoulder and back. And again, you can also move your right hand. Perhaps it comes forward or backward, higher or lower to the earth until you feel that stretch that feels good in your neck. Stay here for one more slow and steady breath in. And exhale, empty your lungs completely. Inhale, switch both hands to the sky. And exhale, draw your hands through heart center. Excellent. If your legs are crossed, go ahead and extend your right leg out long in front of you and keep your left knee in close towards your body. It doesn't have to be super close, nor does it have to touch your leg. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. Exhale, twist to your left. Take your left hand back behind you, right hand on your leg. Inhale, return back through center, reach your hands to the sky. And exhale, twist again towards your left. Let's do this one more time. Inhale, reach your hands all the way up to the sky. And exhale, twist to your left. Left hand comes back behind you, right hand on your knee. You can flex your right foot back towards your face. Keep your foot active. Inhale, push into your left hand. Lift up and out of your shoulders, out of your hips. Find length. You can imagine there's a string from the crown of your head pulling you up nice and tall. And then exhale, draw your navel in towards your spine as you start to peek again over your left shoulder. Stay here for one more breath in. And exhale, breathe it out. Keep your right hand on your left knee. Inhale, sweep your left hand towards the sky. And then exhale, bend over your right leg. Inhale, return back through center, find some length. And then exhale, bend over your extended leg. Inhale, return back through center. And exhale, side bend over your right leg. Stay here for a breath in. And stay here for a breath out. Inhale, unwind your arms and extend both legs out long. Give your legs just a little wiggle, a little shake. You can exhale, release your hands down by your side. Inhale, draw your right knee in and bring it somewhere alongside your left leg. Again, it doesn't have to be touching. It can be out further away. It can be closer in, whatever feels good for your body. And when you arrive, inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. Exhale, twist towards your right this time. Left hand on your knee, right hand back behind you. 2 more times. Inhale, reach back to the sky, return back through center. And then exhale, twist towards your right. Inhale, reach back through center. And exhale, twist to your right once more. Stay here in your twist. Flex your left foot back towards your face. This time, inhale, push into your left hand. Find length through your spine. And then exhale, draw your navel in and start to peek over your left shoulder, or excuse me, your right shoulder this time. Take another slow, steady breath in. And stay here for your exhale. Inhale. Reach your right hand up towards the sky. Left hand stays on your knee. Exhale, bend over your left leg. Inhale, reach back through center. And exhale, side bend over your extended leg. Once more, inhale, reach back through center. And exhale, side bend. Find some depth. You can always take a soft bend in your leg here. Continue to flex your foot back towards your face. Stay here for one more breath in. And stay for the exhale. Inhale, unwind, untwist. And exhale, extend both legs out. Give your legs just a little wiggle and shake. Excellent. Go ahead and bend your knees and roll over onto your hands and knees, tabletop shape. If you have any sensitivity on your knees, you're welcome to keep your blanket or pillow underneath your knees for just a little bit more cushion or support. Your knees are stacked right underneath your hips, and your wrists are stacked right underneath your shoulders. If you have any sensitivity in your wrists, you can always walk your wrists and hands out just a little bit further from your shoulder, or take your hands up on blocks to reduce the extension and the weight in your hands. Tuck your toes, stretch through the bottoms of your feet. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, cow pose. Exhale, release your feet flat to the mat and scoop and round through your back. Tuck your chin and tuck your tailbone. This is your cat pose. Inhale, tuck your toes. Allow your belly to lower towards the ground. Pull your heart forward. And then exhale, release your feet. Tuck your chin, create space between your shoulder blades. Cat pose. Inhale. Tuck your toes and drop your belly, lift your gaze, cow. And then exhale, scoop and round for your cat. Find a few more rounds of this cow and cat. Move at your own pace. If you'd like to hold one shape and find a few rounds of breath there, please feel free to do so. And if you'd like to add any other organic movement, at this point, you're welcome to do so as well. Perhaps you'd like to rock your hips off to one side and then the other side. Or you could bend your elbows and rotate your torso around in circles here. Or if you'd like to stretch out your hands in just a little bit of a different way, you could turn so that your fingertips voice towards your body. And then you kind of roll your fingers down to the earth here. Do whatever feels good for you. One thing in one body might not feel the same or feel as good in another body, so I always encourage you to explore, to notice what does feel good for you. And then when you feel evened out on both sides, go ahead and return back to stillness. Wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Inhale, separate your knees slightly wider than your hips. Bring your big toes to kiss. And then exhale, send your hips back toward your heels, child's pose. If the bottom doesn't come all the way down towards the feet, that's perfectly fine. You could take a pillow or cushion back behind you for a little bit more support. And then you can relax your forehead down towards the earth. If the floor feels far away, you can always take a block or pillow underneath the head for a little bit more support here. Come back to your breath. Notice how you feel in your body. Notice on your inhalation how your belly, your ribs, and your chest expand. And then on your exhalation, your chest softens, your ribs contract, and your belly softens and relaxes. Take a few more of these 360-degree breaths, breathing front to back and side to side. Just noticing the sensation as the breath flows in and out. Take one more slow and steady breath in. And exhale completely. Inhale very slowly. Start to press yourself back up onto your hands. Exhale, bring your knees underneath your hips. If you have any props in your way, place them out towards the side. If you have a blanket or pillow underneath your knees, you may want to move it out to the side. And walk your hands a little bit further out from your shoulder and just start to lower all the way down onto your belly. Allow your elbows to come out to the side, parallel to the top of your mat, and then you can relax your forehead down onto your hands. Reconnect to your breath. Notice what it feels like to be supported by the earth. Take one more slow and steady breath in. And then exhale, empty your lungs completely. And then inhale, very slowly start to lift your head and draw your elbows right underneath your shoulders for Sphinx pose. You actively want to press the tops of your feet, so your toenails into the earth. You'll feel your kneecaps lift. Press your hips and your pubic bone down into the earth. You'll feel your navel come up a little bit more. Spread your fingers nice and wide and really press your fingertips into the mat in front of you. In this Sphinx pose, we'll keep it nice and active by actively pressing our hands and our feet and our hips into the mat, and then imagine you're trying to pull yourself forward, but you're not actually going anywhere. You can feel the broadening of the collarbone, the opening of the chest here. If this feels like too much in your low back, you can always just squeeze your elbows just slightly forward of your shoulders. Or you could also take your bolster and place it underneath, or your blanket, place it underneath your rib cage. This will help to take some of that stretch out of your back. So choose whatever feels good for you. We're not here for very long. If you'd like to add in a little bit of movement here, you can inhale, bend your right knee in towards your right heel in towards your glute, and then exhale, lower it down. Inhale, bend your left foot in towards your glute, And exhale, lower it down. Now do them together. Inhale both feet in towards your glutes. And exhale, lower. Right leg in, breathe in. And exhale, lower. Relax and soften through your face, your jaw. Inhale your left heel in towards your glute. And exhale, lower. Last time. Inhale, bring both feet together in towards your glutes. And exhale, lower. And if you have this bolster underneath you or pillow underneath you, you may want to move it out towards the side. And then allow your elbows to wing out towards the side and relax your forehead back on top of your hands here. Slow and steady breath in. And exhale completely. Take your right foot and turn it so that the right arch is pressed down towards the earth. Inhale, bend your right knee, keep it flat to the earth, and again, your right arch is going to touch the ground. Your foot is directly underneath your knee. Your knee is around hip height or a little bit lower than your hip, most likely. And then you can relax your forehead back down onto your hands. Take a few rounds of breath here. This gentle hip opener. If this still doesn't feel good in your body, you're welcome to take your bolster or a blanket and place it underneath your torso and your hips to provide just a little bit more lift so you won't be as flat to the earth. Stay here for a slow and steady breath in. And exhale completely. Excellent. Take one more breath in. And then exhale, return your right foot back in alignment with your right hip. Take just a moment to pause, notice how you feel. And then when you feel ready, inhale, start to bend your left knee, keep your left arch close to the earth. Your knee comes about a little bit lower than hip height. Your foot is directly in alignment. Notice how this side feels compared to the other side. Is there any difference? Can you invite ease and softness into your face, in your jaw? If the forehead doesn't feel good on the hands, you can always take a cheek down to your hands if that would feel better. Take a slow and steady breath in. And exhale completely. One more time. Nice slow and steady breath in. And exhale, let it go. Return your left knee back in alignment with your left hip. And just take one more slow and steady breath in right here. And exhale, let it go. This time, bring your left forearm parallel to the top of your mat. Kind of lift up through your chest. Bend your right heel in towards your glute and reach around with your right hand for the outside, inside, or your ankle or foot. You could also always take a strap around the foot if it feels far. And if it feels far, you could also just hang out right here. This is still good. It might even be a little bit better because you're actively using your leg muscles rather than your arm muscles to pull it down. Just a little quad stretch, a little bit more shoulder opening here. You can relax your forehead back down to the earth. Take a nice slow and steady breath in. And exhale completely. If you have your foot, go ahead and release your hand from your foot and return both hands and replace your forehead on top of your hands. This time, inhale, lift up your head. Bring your right forearm parallel to the top of your mat. Bend your left leg this time. Draw your left heel towards your glute and reach around with your left hand for the inside, outside edge, or your ankle, your toes, whatever is accessible to you. and draw your heel in closer towards your glute. You can relax your forehead back down to your arm, back down to the earth. Notice how the stretch feels on this side. Can you invite softness and ease into your shoulders, into your jaw and neck? Take one more slow and steady breath in. If you have your foot, release it with control and return your foot back down to the earth. Return your hands one on top of the other and replace your forehead down back to your hands or the earth or a cheek down, whatever feels good for you. Inhale, bend both knees. Feet can dangle up towards the ceiling and just kind of windshield wiper your legs from side to side here. And then when you feel ready, come back to stillness. Return your feet back down to the earth. Inhale, bring your hands underneath your shoulders, a little bit lower back towards your rib cage, and press yourself all the way up. And then exhale, bring your knees a little bit closer together this time. Bring your hips back towards your heels for a different variation of child's pose. This will counteract the back bending that we just did. Your forehead may come down to the earth or on a block or pillow. Your hands can stay outstretched here if that feels nice. And perhaps you would like to make this a little bit more relaxing and take your hands back alongside your body with your palms face up. Come back to your breath. If you'd like, you can always separate your knees a little bit more to make more room for your abdomen. Whatever feels good for you. Perhaps you'd like to find just a little gentle rock of your forehead from side to side. Massage out your forehead. And then when you feel ready, inhale very slowly. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders and press yourself up. Exhale, roll onto your bottom and scoot forward onto your space so you have enough space to lie down onto your back. If you'd like to do a little bit more core work, you can inhale, reach your arms forward, and exhale very slowly. Roll yourself all the way down onto your back. You're welcome to hold on to your legs here, or at any point release your hands down to the mat to help you down onto your back. When you arrive, reach your arms towards the sky or back behind you. Take a nice full body stretch. You can feel your lower back arch. And then exhale, draw one knee and then the other knee in towards the chest. Give yourself a little rock and roll from side to side. Massage out your low back. You can bring your hands on top of your knees if you'd like. And inhale, press your knees away. And then exhale, circle your knees around and back to the middle. Inhale, press them out to the sides. And exhale, back down in, close towards the body. One more full circle this way. Inhale, press it away. And exhale, circle around. Excellent. Inhale, bring your arms out to a T. Bring your shins parallel to the sky. And then exhale, lower your knees over to the right this time. You're welcome to adjust. So perhaps you'd like to pick up your hips and move them over towards the left. If you have props like a pillow or block or blanket in between the legs or underneath your knees here for more support is an excellent option for this twist. Your gaze can stay up at the ceiling or go over towards your left hand. Or if you'd like, you can take your hands onto your body, right hand on top leg and left hand on your lower rib cage on your left side. Breathe into this twist. Notice how it feels in your body. Relax and soften through your face, your jaw. Take one more slow and steady breath in. And then exhale, roll back onto your back. Inhale, bring your shins parallel to the ceiling, arms out to a T. And then exhale, lower your knees over towards the left this time. And again, you may want to pick up your hips and move them slightly to the right to make this twist feel good in your body. You can take your blocks or pillow or support underneath your knees to make this a little bit more supportive. Gaze can come over towards your right hand to add that stretch into your neck. Or perhaps you'd like to bring your hands onto your body, your left hand on your top leg, and right hand right here on your lower right rib cage. Notice how you feel here. Take one more slow and steady breath in. And then exhale, roll back onto your back. Inhale, draw your knees in towards your body. Give yourself a little rock and roll from side to side. And then inhale, separate your knees wider than your rib cage. Exhale, flex the bottoms of your feet up towards the sky and reach around for the backs of your legs for a little lazy, happy baby. You could hold onto your ankles or feet if that would feel better, whatever works for you. And see if you can draw your knees closer towards your underarms. Tuck your chin towards your chest, stretch through the back of your neck. Press your low back towards the earth. Take one more slow and steady breath in. And then exhale, let it go. If your hands are on your feet or legs, go ahead and remove them and extend your legs out long to the corners of your mat. Allow your eyes to soften down or fully close. Come back to your breath. Bring your attention to the space between your eyebrows. See if you can soften and relax. Invite ease and softness into your jaw, your cheeks, your shoulders and back body, all the way down from your hips to your legs to the bottoms of your feet. Allow your shoulders to feel heavy. Allow your arms to feel heavy and relaxed. Palms are towards the sky. Your fingertips may curl in slightly just to offer in a little bit more relaxation. Let go of any tension, let go of any stress or worry. Just simply focus on the feeling of your breath as it flows in and as it flows out. You're welcome to stay here as long as you like. You can begin to deepen your breath. Perhaps you find just a little gentle movement into your fingers and your toes. And if it feels nice, you can roll your head from side to side. And whenever you feel ready, you can reach your right arm back behind you, like you're taking a backstroke, and roll over onto your right side. Allow your knees to bend and come into your fetal pose. Keep the gaze soft and relaxed. Take just a moment to notice how you feel. Doing so without a judgment. And whenever you feel ready, gently begin to press yourself up to join me in a seated shape of your choice. If it calls to you, bring your hands to heart center. Thumbs gently rest on your sternum. Take a slight bow of your chin towards your chest. Acknowledge all the effort, all the work that you put into your practice this evening, knowing that it was enough and that you are always enough. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me this evening. Again, my name is Faye, and if you enjoyed this content and you'd like to see more of it, please share down in the comments below your experience of how this felt for you, or if you have any other questions. It really does mean a lot to me to be able to hear back from you and just check in. So please do leave a comment, and definitely give this video a like, a thumbs up, and of course, if you're not subscribed already to the channel, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss videos in the future. See you next time. Bye.